Questions to help challenge cognitive distortions. Cognitive distortions are deeply embedded in our thinking and therefore difficult to dislodge. A CBT therapist will help the client to counter their assumptions and distortions by making a list of all the other possible explanations for what is going on. The following are some examples included in a typical worksheet given to a client for homework. How do I know if this thought is accurate? What evidence do I have to support this thought or belief? How can I test my assumptions, beliefs to find out if they're accurate? Do I have a trusted friend whom I can check out these thoughts with? Is this thought helpful? Are there other ways that I can think about this situation for myself? Am I blaming myself unnecessarily? What or who else contributed to this situation? Is it really in my control? Am I overgeneralizing? Am I making assumptions? What would I say to a friend in this situation? Can I look for shades of gray? Am I assuming the worst? Am I holding myself to an unreasonable or double standard? Are there exceptions to these absolutes? Am I making this personal when it is not? Client assessment in CBT. The CBT assessment is a 60 to 70 minute session where the client and the CBT therapist will go through a range of factors to learn more about the person and about the presenting problem. The basic information a therapist will look for in a CBT assessment. The core building blocks the therapist is looking for are the relationships between thoughts, behaviors, feelings, bodily processes and the external world. Basic assessment information. The current problem. Describe the problem. Ask for a recent example and details on triggers, external and internal, thoughts, feelings, physical aspects, behavior, environment. What keeps the problem going? What makes it worse or better? Time of day, company, medication, drugs, alcohol. What keeps the problem going? Hopelessness. Other people maintaining the difficulties. Lack of support. Too much support and dependency. Stressful life events. How does the person cope? Do they use safety behaviors such as avoidance, checking, rituals, suppressing thoughts or feelings, worrying all of the time? Are there any helpful coping strategies? How did the problem develop? History of the problem. What started it in the first place? What was going on in the person's life at the time? Is it lifelong or recurring? Main life events and stresses. Key themes in the person's or family's life. Personal history. Not always necessary to elicit. Early life history. Educational and occupational history. Family and relationships. Significant life events. Medical and psychiatric history. General health issues. Physical health issues. Use of alcohol and drugs. Prescribed medication. Any suicide ideation. Issues in relation to therapy. Previous therapy and response to this. Was it helpful or unhelpful? How is the motivation for change? Hopes and fears in relation to therapy. Priorities. Problem list. Goals for therapy. End of Unit 3. To gain a deeper knowledge and understanding of the topics discussed in this unit, please study the PDF materials provided and watch the remaining videos for this unit. You can submit your first assignment at this stage. You also have an option of leaving both assignments until the end of the course and submit them together.